welcome back to She of Three Angels. It's Lori. I hope that this video is finding everybody well. It is Valentine's Day, so I thought I would come at you with a Valentine's Day DIY decoration. Now, I have been seeing a few people posting pictures on Instagram that they have done a shadow box with these flowers from the Dollar Tree. So I wanted to go ahead and give it an attempt and see if I can recreate exactly what they are doing. So for this project, I do have a Dollar Tree picture frame. This is the one with the really nice, what is this, like an inch frame. I really like the wider frames. It's kind of just a nice little sturdy frame. So I have already kind of deconstructed this a little bit, and then I have pre-cut out my pieces from a piece of black poster board. This is actually the styrofoam poster board. So these are the edges, and I also have a piece for the back. So I know that the back of this, I believe, is like a, yeah, it's just kind of like a gray looking color. So I think a lot of times what people were doing is that they were just gluing the sides onto this, but I kind of want to give this extra support and kind of have like that really black background. And then I picked up 3 of these stems of roses, and these are absolutely gorgeous roses. I've been wanting to do this project for a while, so I'm excited to get this done. So I picked up 3 of them. I made sure that all 3 stems had a rose on them, so they should have come with 5, so that would have given me 15 little rose buds. I've already plucked a few of them off of their stems, so they're sitting here. I do have my heavy-duty utility knife, so I will be using that to possibly trim up some of this styrofoam poster board. And I do have a ruler because I am going to need a straight edge to cut those poster boards. And I have my handy dandy glue gun. So everything is all set up and ready to go. I just want to pull the rest of these off. And I don't know, whenever you guys do this, like if you take flowers off of your stems, do you save the stems or do you get rid of them? I thought about just keeping the leaves and getting rid of the wire, because I don't know what I would use the wire for, but I'm sure there are a lot of ideas out there. So I'll just set that aside, put all my flowers over here. And like I said, I've already kind of pre-prepped this. I don't need that. I am going to go ahead and get this out of the way because I don't need this quite yet, but that will be coming back shortly. I think the first thing that I want to do when my glue gun is nice and hot is I want to glue this on here. This does have a little bit of a bend to it, so I don't know if that's going to change how this thing is going to look, but I definitely want to glue it onto here because I still want the stand part. So since this is not black, I am going to have to glue this on, or I could have just taken some black construction paper and glued that on as well. So I think I'm going to go ahead and glue that on. Okay, so I got that part glued on, and my glue gun wasn't exactly ready for that, but we'll just go with it and fill in where we need to. So now I'm going to set this one aside. Because right now I want to work on getting this glass glued to the inside of this frame. So I need to make sure that all my little things are up, and they are. Okay, so now I have glued the corners of the glass in the frame so the glass stays in place. I'm going to go ahead and move this off the table and start working on getting these flowers attached to the back of the photo frame. So bear with me a moment. Okay, so here is the back of the inside of the picture frame. So there's the back, and this is the foam board. Here are all my flowers. So the way that I'm thinking about doing this is I figured that 3 across this way fit perfectly. So there's my 3. And then 5 across this way fits perfectly. So there goes my 15. So there's going to be 3 rows of 5. But the way that I kind of wanted to work this to begin with is I kind of want to start off in my middle and on this end. So that way I can even these up on the outside edges. So I will probably go ahead and do the whole outside rim, and then we'll fill in the inside after that. So I'm just kind of pre-poking a hole with my larger doll needle, and then I'm taking the stem part and poking a hole in there completely. So that way I can fill up that hole with some glue, and it will allow the flower to stay in place. And then I'll go back and make sure all these stay up, so when I put the frame together, they won't be cut off.
Use my ruler just to measure where a middle point is, and it looks like it's at 5. So right about there. To try to measure up that middle one a little bit. So 4 is the halfway point. And remember, I'm working on the outside edges first, so that way I can fill up the inside later. I know I'm probably being too precise with this, but that's what I do. this middle one in here.
So now you can see that all the flowers are on the backdrop, and I'm going to go through and make sure I fluff. This one's not dried yet. But now they're all attached to the back, and they're kind of all in a symmetrical row as best as I can. Okay, so here I am letting the flowers dry and settle, and what I need to do is I need to hot glue these on my edges to make that shadow box. And this is actually about 2.5 inches wide. I kind of went by the measurement of how tall the flowers are with that little stem on the bottom. So now I need to go ahead and glue these into here. And then these I actually had to cut a little bit shorter this way because I need to allow for the thickness of the cardboard stock or the foam board stock. So these are all going to go in here this way, and I'm going to go ahead and glue those in, and I will be right back. Okay, you guys, with some challenges, I was able to get all of my sides up. And as you can see, like right here, I have gone ahead and reinforced the outside just to make sure that it would stay in place. A helpful note, I should have done this on all of them, but I missed one of them. Be sure to take like a Sharpie or a magic marker, some kind of permanent marker, and the white foam part that goes on the inside of the frame, be sure that you go over it and color it in, so then that way you don't see the white coming through the frame. Just a little FYI for you guys. So I went ahead and also sealed all the corners. I know this isn't very pretty, but I'm hoping that with some Sharpie I can clean this up a little bit. And on the front side, this is what it looks like. Be sure that when you're gluing, because you can see I have a little glue here, I'm hoping with the flowers on the inside and there's the white, that I should have colored black before I glued it down. But I didn't do that. So this is just for me. This is my first time trying it. Hopefully the end product will actually turn out better than it's starting to. So bear with me. I am going to go ahead and grab my flowers, and I am going to get them inside this box somehow. So then that way I can glue this to the back of it and we will have a shadow box. So I will be back in just a moment and let you know what I figured out. All right, you guys, I glued it all together and was able to get the back onto the shadow box part here. It's not the prettiest looking, but this is the behind the scenes. I plan on going through and black Sharpie this just to get rid of the white, but I did want to show you how it turned out. And this is my finished project. I'm actually quite happy with it. I'm not happy about the way the back looks, and I'm not happy about this part, but where this is going to be placed is up and up high, and nobody is going to see those things. So I wish this turned out a little bit more precise and better, but I think for the time that I had to videotape and all this stuff, I think that it turned out pretty good. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I will be happy to respond to any positive comments or feedback. If I think of ideas that I might have missed telling you about, I'll make sure to put it in the description section below. So please go ahead and read that. But this is my finished DIY shadow box for Valentine's Day. Thank you and have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!